going to be 52 next month. I have 6 children and 3 grandchildren. I have 3 stepchildren that start at 40, and then I have a son, and then we have 2 daughters and go all the way down to 14. The 23-year-old is mine, and then our 17 and 14-year-old daughters live with us.
Okay.
Yes.
And
a wonderful husband to live for. Very optimistic. I have non-hodgkins follicular lymphoma. I was diagnosed February of 2013. Started chemotherapy in Florida. Ended up with double pneumonia. The chemo did not work correctly. Ended up in ICU for 14 days with double pneumonia. Moved back to Colorado, met with a new oncologist who immediately put me in the hospital and started 96 hours continuous chemotherapy for 7 weeks. Then I went to outpatient chemotherapy up until February of 2014 when I was in remission. Cancer came back in April, stronger than before. Started chemotherapy again, and then was transferred to Dr. Gregory here at CBCI. The chemo that she was giving me is an experimental research chemo. I've been doing that since September 7th. I have 7.5 hours of chemo, and we're here for 3 days, every 17 days. Right. I just finished my 4th round of experimental chemo, and I just had my PET scan to make sure that the cancer is dying. And Dr. Gregory is going to make the decision this afternoon or tomorrow when I can go to transplant. We seem to think, and she seems to think, it's going to be the end of December, first week of January. We have a match. We have a 9 out of 10 match. Yeah. I don't know where he is. He's a young gentleman between the ages of 20 and 30. It's bone marrow and blood and cells. It'll be transported here. It will be cleaned and radiated, and then it'll be transfused into me. My transplant was put off. I was supposed to have my transplant in August, and Dr. Gregory found a lymph node she wasn't happy with. So I had surgery to have that lymph node taken out, and he has agreed to be my donor. As long as it takes, he's agreed to be my donor. Donating bone marrow is very easy. It has some pain related to it, but it is very easily, and if you think about the process, you're saving someone's life.
Right.
This gentleman is saving my life. For the donor, I'm not very familiar on the procedure. I know for myself, I have a PICC line right now. They're going to take my PICC line out, and they're going to put like a PICC line right into my chest, and that's how I'm going to get the transfusion. Because it's going to go right into my chest, right into my system,
right, and
then circulate through. Unfortunately, I haven't done a lot of research on the donor part of it. But I do know it's not incredibly painful, but I know it'll put my donor probably in the hospital for a day. Excellent prognosis if we can get going on the transplant. Excellent prognosis. Right, and they don't believe it's going to be clean. They believe that the lymph nodes are going to be smaller than 5 centimeters is the parameters.
Okay.
If they're smaller than 5 centimeters, we proceed. If they're not, there's a couple more rounds of chemo, and then we'll do it again, and then we'll have the transplant. I'll be in the hospital for about 4 weeks, doing blood tests and being monitored. I understand you don't fare too well the first couple of weeks. And then after the 4 weeks, if I'm able, they will put Frank and I up in an apartment. I believe it's a couple blocks from here, and we will live in Denver for 6 weeks, or I'll be coming to the hospital every day for blood tests and monitoring. learn how it is to take care of themselves and a home. Their brother is about a mile away. The 23-year-old. He's married with a wife, and then we have wonderful friends.
Yeah.
And family who have said that if we need, that they would come.
Yeah.
Well, their father's going to go back and forth. The 4 weeks I'm in the hospital, he's going to go back and forth every week and stay there for 4 days and be with me for 4 days.
Right.
And then the 6 weeks, we'll have to see how it goes.
Right.
Very isolated because I won't have any immune system to fight anything off. I can go outside, but I can't go where there's going to be any people. I don't know, because when I'm in the hospital 5 days before my transplant, I'm going to have 2 more rounds of chemo. I don't know if it's going to make my hair fall out. No, it came back very fine and very gray. Mine was always real wavy and real curly. The color's not the same color. The color's more winter mouse. It's grayish, white. No, my hair was like a brownish red.
Oh.
No, it was really, really pretty. It was a real thick brown red. I've had my hair like this for almost 2 years.
Short?
Well, almost out.
Yeah.
Because every time they changed my chemo, it would make my hair fall out.
Right.
So instead of having it fall out, we would just shave it.
Yeah. That's
So
what I would have done.
I couldn't handle the falling out. I have those little hats that you pull on at night, or I'm like with the hoodie.
Yeah, it's cold when you don't have any
I don't
hair
know
on
how
your head.
men do it.
I think they just don't know the difference.
Yeah,
They've always
'cause
had
I'm
short
like-
hair.
Read a lot,
Catch up on
watch
television.
movies. Just kind of celebrate life and celebrate that I've gotten through this and that I've survived.